What's up everyone, welcome to a new video. So like I told you in the next or the last video, today will be about the M15 to the M1 universal model, right? This model, by the way, will present itself like 1 to 3 times per day, right? So the model is really simple, right? So you locate your trend, right? As I always tell you, price is always doing external to internal stuff, right? So you locate your trend, right? And then wait for a M15 fair value gap to present itself, okay? So so here the fair value gap got created, right? So you just wait for the price to get back at it on M1. If they don't go back, you will just miss a trade. Don't take a loss or anything, right? So you wait for price to come back to the FVG, okay? Sorry guys, that's my phone. So you wait for it to come back, then you have your Nasdaq charts in here, ES chart here, and YM as well, okay? So you wait at this fair value gap, you wait for a SMT, okay? So this was a low that was susceptible to give an SMT, right? But it didn't, right? You can see that both of the assets and YM as well took it, right? So we have this low again, okay? Then we play price. You will see that here, price took it on ES and Nasdaq not, right? So at this time, you will check for a CSD, right? If you don't know about the CSD, go check the video I did about it, right? So here, let's go back to a full screen, okay? So here, Nasdaq did this CSD, right? CSD closed above the last down candles that made the SMT, right? So this was our CSD. You will buy at this close, right? Don't even wait for this retest and take your 2 hours, right? So this was a very high probability trade because the 2 hours was given before the external range liquidity ran, right? So these are my best setups, and these are the setups I will give the signals for when they happen, but unfortunately we don't get them anymore in New York, okay? So you are in, okay? And after some minutes, TP hit, all right? So this is by far the easiest model ever. You just need to work on detecting by eye, because I don't trust indicators, right? And most of them will give you the signal when price is already at your TP. So you just need to train your eyes at seeing the SMT and taking it, okay? Now, let's give more sauce, okay? Let's talk about how to use the fib, right, to take profit, okay? So you go back to your other assets, right? So, and you see the leg that was responsible of taking the SMT, right? So in ES, it's this high to this low, right? You go to Nasdaq and anchor your fib from that low to that high, okay? I will give you guys the settings for the fib, right? Pause the screen and just copy these settings, right? Now, you anchor your fib, right? And you can target this area, right? And this area, right? So in this case, this was your trade, right? You take some at 2 hours, runners at 6 hours, and 11 hours for the last partial or runner, okay? So as you can see, price will go. I always advise you to just take all or full profits in this area, because sometimes when you are against order flow, price will just reject from here, Okay, so let's see what price will do, right? So here your second area of profit is taken, and this will either reject price to take something from here, this liquidity, and then move, or sometimes they just accumulate in here, then go to this area, right? So they accumulated, closed above, you can buy this retest, and I think full TP, okay? Even anyway, right? So full TP, both these zones gave TP, and I think they also gave the -4 to the tick, okay? So this is how you use the Fib with the universal model, right? So the leg that give the SMT, you locate that high, that low. If you took the asset that didn't do the SMT, you just take the same low and high and project these, okay? Now, let's talk about something else, right? So this was this, how to say it? So this fractal, right? So this fractal happens a lot, and it's really the highest probability fractal for the universal model. Why? Because SMT, CESD, and then we will take a high, this one, and go back to the FVG that took that high, right? And then we get EMMX FVG, right? So after taking that high, we close about a previous candle, right? You long here, stop under the low, target external 4R, quick and easy with minimum drawdown, okay? So unfortunately we don't get these trades this month. We didn't get any of these. So they happen in London, in Asia, and we are totally missing them in New York, right? So we're just waiting for them to come back, and they will come back with when volatility will be back, because we're still in October, September, right? So when volatility will be back, we will have these setups. Or if you see them in New York, you just take them, or London or Asia, you just take them. They are high probability and work for every session, right? So I just saw another universal model. Let's talk about it, right? So here, price is going, right? Higher highs still going on, right? So we have this M15 fair value gap, right? Okay, cool. So let's go back. Where is the, here, okay? Now you go to the M1, right? This is your range. So this is the FVG, okay? Price is here, right? And if you can look closely, we have a one candle SMT, right? So this is a bit harder, but it is still a SMT, because this was a M15 candle, right? M5 or M15. So this was the M15 candle, right? So this M15 candle took the low of the previous M15 candle. Yeah, I don't have an indicator, but let's see this in M15 as well, right? So you can see, not even this candle, to be honest, right? So let's play price a bit more. You can see it now here. So as you can see, we have this SMG, okay? Right, so you see this M15 candle didn't take this low, this one took it, right? And you are waiting for this SMG, okay? So as you can see here, right? So the SMG here, right? So Here is your CSD now, here. Okay. Here is your gap, CSD. Yeah, I was totally wrong with this one. Okay. We had no SMT here. Okay. So here is your SMT. You buy from the close, right? But as you can see, it makes it very low probability because we have negative RR to the external liquidity, right? So these are the worst setup to take. But let's see if they gave the 2R. Yep, they gave it. Okay, they give, or it gave the 2R, right? What can I say to you guys? This is the best setup, right? So sometimes, let me talk about it, right? So sometimes they will make the SMT with these lows, right? So the SMT will be with lows that are in the FVG, okay? But sometimes it's just more easier because they will SMT here, right? So when price is playing, they will SMT here. So let's say this was an SMT, right? Here. And let's say ES took this low, right? Right? So the CSD was all over here, right? But now they were kind enough to give us this second stage SMT, and CSD was here, giving you the easiest trade possible, right? So I hope you guys understood one thing or two from this video, right? I don't want it to be long, right? So thanks for using my code Diogenes, right, for buying your prop firm discounted accounts. By the way, Bullnox 91% off will end tomorrow because they extended it, right? Lucid is going 50% off, but not with my code. But check in the Discord because you will have how to get that 15% or 50% off, okay? So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later, okay? Ciao, ciao.